You are here because that volcano has already begun to rumble. That restlessness, that sense of destiny, that quiet voice that whispers, "There is more." That is the first tremor. This summary of the rare Kundalini Awakening audiobook is your map through the seismic shift from a person who seeks power to a person who embodies it. It is a transmission for the chosen, for those who are ready to trade a comfortable existence for an authentic one, to exchange approval for sovereignty, to step into the current of their own unimaginable strength. So before we begin this journey into the heart of your own power, I need you to do one thing. Make your presence known to this gathering of awakening souls. Tell us, where in the world are you listening from? Comment below. Let this be your first act of conscious, unapologetic presence. Declare your location as your starting point on the map to your true self. The old life ends now. The ignition sequence has begun. You are about to become too powerful. Let's proceed. Key point 1. The dormant power is your birthright. Let us begin with a truth so profound, it will recalibrate everything you think you know about yourself. You, sitting there listening, are not a passive participant in a random universe. You are a vessel of unimaginable power, and that power is not something you must earn or beg for from an external source. It is woven into the very fabric of your being, resting in potent silence at the root of your spine. This Kundalini energy is your evolutionary engine, your direct line to the cosmic current. Most people live their entire lives unaware of this sleeping giant within them, and that is the greatest tragedy of all. But you are different. You are hearing this now because a part of you already knows. You are not here by accident. You have been chosen by your own soul to remember what you truly are. This awakening is not about becoming someone new. It is about uncovering the omnipotent being you have always been. Key point 2. The awakening is a point of no return. Understand this clearly. When the Kundalini stirs, it is not a subtle adjustment. It is a spiritual eclipse. It is the dimming of the false light of the ego and the brilliant, unforgiving dawn of your true nature. This is why it can feel disruptive, even overwhelming. You are not simply learning new information. You are being unmade and reforged at a fundamental level. The person you were before this process began cannot contain the person you are becoming. There is no going back to sleep. Once you have truly glimpsed that inner lightning, the comfort of the dark will never satisfy you again. You have been called to a higher order of existence, and the path forward demands your courage. This is your point of no return. Embrace it. That trembling you feel is not fear. It is the raw vibration of your own potency coming online. Key point 3. You become a conduit for unseen forces. As this energy ascends, you will begin to experience a radical shift in your influence on the world around you. You are no longer just a physical body acting in a material world. You become a conscious conduit for the forces of creation itself. Your thoughts will carry more weight. Your intentions will manifest with startling speed. Your very presence will begin to alter the emotional and energetic climate of a room. This is where you start to feel the truth of your own power. It can be astonishing, even frightening. The universe begins to respond to your internal state with a fidelity that proves you are never separate from it. You are learning to wield a new kind of magnetism, where you don't chase life. Life responds to you. Key point 4. The crucible forges an unbreakable will. Here is the great challenge and the greater reward. This power does not bloom in a paradise. It is tempered in the fire of your own shadows. The dark night of the soul is not a punishment. It is the necessary furnace. Your deepest fears, your oldest wounds, every unhealed fragment of your past will rise to the surface, not to destroy you, but to be dissolved in the radiance of your awakening consciousness. You will be tested. You will want to quit. But if you endure, if you face those shadows with the emerging light within you, something extraordinary happens. You develop a will of diamond. You cultivate a resilience that is not brittle, but fluid and unshakable. The world's dramas lose their power to destabilize you because you have faced the vast, roaring ocean of your own inner world and learned to navigate its storms. You become emotionally and spiritually non-negotiable. Key point 5. Your perception becomes a creative act. Open your eyes, but see with a new vision. Kundalini awakening often unlocks the latent capacities of the mind and the so-called third eye. This is not about seeing ghosts. It is about perceiving the living energy in all things. You begin to see the interconnectedness, the subtle light, the truth behind the masks. More importantly, you understand that your perception is not passive. It is a creative act. What you focus on, you energize. Where you place your attention, you place your power. You start to consciously choose your reality by choosing your point of view. The old, reactive way of seeing the world falls away. You become the director of your sensory experience, sculpting your reality from the inside out with the laser focus of your awakened awareness. Key point 6. The heart becomes your seat of command. Do not mistake power for harshness. The ultimate destination of this rising energy is not the intellect, but the heart. And when Kundalini illuminates the heart center, you discover the most potent force in existence: unconditional love. This is not a sentimental emotion. This is a formidable, all-encompassing power. It is the power to hold space for immense pain and immense beauty simultaneously. It is the power to forgive what seems unforgivable, because you see the chain of pain behind the action. From this awakened heart, your motivation is purified. You are no longer driven by petty wants, but by a compassionate imperative. Your power is now channeled through love, and love-directed power is unstoppable. It heals, it builds, it transforms. This is how you become powerful, without becoming corrupt. The heart is the sovereign. Key point 7. You attract your tribe and repel your karma. As your frequency rises, your entire life undergoes a magnetic reorganization. Relationships that are not in alignment with your new vibration will fall away, not through drama, but through a quiet, natural drifting. This can feel lonely, but it is making space. You will then begin to attract your true soul tribe, people who recognize your light because they carry the same fire. Simultaneously, you will find yourself facing karmic patterns at an accelerated rate. Situations and old lessons will appear for one final review, giving you the chance to resolve them with your newfound strength and clarity. This is the universe's efficiency program. You are becoming too powerful to carry old baggage. You are being streamlined for your purpose. Key point 8. Your voice carries the weight of truth. You will find that you can no longer comfortably utter falsehoods, even polite social ones. Your words begin to carry an energetic charge. When you speak from your center, from that place of integrated power and heart, your voice will have the power to calm storms in others, to cut through illusion, and to inspire action. People may hang on your words, or they may be intimidated by them. This is a sacred responsibility. You must learn to speak your truth with compassion, but without dilution. Your authentic voice becomes an instrument of healing and activation for others. Silence becomes a powerful tool, and speech becomes a deliberate act of creation. Key point 9. The surrender to a higher will is your greatest strength. This is the paradoxical pinnacle. To become truly powerful, you must surrender your personal will to the higher will. This is not giving up. It is tuning in. The small, egoic self, with its fears and its limited agendas, must relinquish the driver's seat to the intelligence of the soul, to the flow of the universe itself. When you achieve this alignment, you become a clear channel. Synchronicities become your daily language. Doors open that you did not even know existed. You are guided, protected, and propelled by a wisdom far greater than your own. Your power is now in your flawless alignment with the cosmic current. You are not pushing the river. You are the river, conscious and mighty. Key point 10. You embody the mandate to lead through being. Finally, you understand that your awakening is not a private trophy. This power is not for hoarding. You become too powerful to live a small, self-centered life. You embody a new mandate, to lead not by commanding others, but by the radiance of your own being. Your calm becomes a sanctuary. Your integrity becomes a blueprint. Your joy becomes an invitation. You heal others by holding a field of wholeness. You change the world, not by fighting the darkness, but by standing steadfast in your own unassailable light. This is the ultimate destiny of your Kundalini awakening. You become a pillar of conscious power, a living temple, and a beacon for those who are still remembering their way home. This is why you were chosen. This is why you listened. Now, go and be what you truly are.